You're listening to Inside Melbourne, the official podcast of the Melbourne Football Club. Proudly presented by Zurich Insurance, ensuring the things you truly love, like this podcast.
Welcome to episode 4 of Inside Melbourne. My name is Ben Gibson here with Lily Mithen once again. Welcome, Lil.
Thanks, Ben. I'm glad you haven't dropped me yet. It's good to be back.
Good team here, I reckon. Now introduce our two superstars on the panel.
Yes, we do have two superstars. Great use of word. We've got Sarah Lampard. Welcome, Sarah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, welcome. It is a big pleasure to have you on board. As too, big pleasure to have the big Eden Zanker.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Sarah's just waved to the crowd. She said she's been watching the podcast. Do you think she knows this is audio only?
I'm not sure. She seems a little bit confused, and if she's waving, I'm not sure who's waving because we are sitting in a room full of nobody.
Well, we just had someone come in just then, so we've got one member in the crowd.
That is true.
But I'm still getting the hang of how this goes, so...
So it's audio. So you just speak into the microphone. Ben's recording it. We'll then just share it out to our social channels when appropriate. So there might be a little video, which you may have seen if you follow us on the Instagram. But yeah, just audio.
Very good.
You do look good, though.
The explanation of the podcast out of the way at the start. Now, I want to start off, Sarah. You live with a teammate, Casey Sheriff. Lil also lives with a teammate.
Yes.
How does that sort of dynamic work?
It's actually super chill. We're two very calm personalities, so we get along really well. We've started watching Survivor recently, actually, so that's been a good bonding experience between the two of us. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, make sure we get on top of that.
Who are you, Abby or are you Mo Hope? Abby
Oh,
Holmes,
Abby's gone, so that leaves me as Mo, I guess.
That is disappointing.
Who out of the sort of girls in this team do you think would make it on Survivor? Obviously, it's a pathway for AFLW players.
Yeah.
Clearly very strong pathway. There's lots of talent going down that stream. I would say junior, to be honest.
I'd say Maddie Gay. I reckon she'd be able to play the social game very well.
Yeah.
And then she'd be great at challenges. All those little games we play before training, she nails them. Craft, excellent. So I think she'd be a good asset too.
She is really annoying in that sense, isn't she? She's one of those people that's just good at everything, and it's like, you've never even tried this before. Why are you so good at it?
I agree.
Now,
Grinds my gears.
Ida, you're no stranger to TV. I woke up one morning, chucked on the TV, and there you are on an ad. Not footy related, just an ad. Talk us through that.
So I've got a partnership with King G. They hand me all
Name
my,
drop.
Proudly brought to you by Zurich.
So they give me all my work here, believe it or not. And I do those small little bits and pieces to help them out through advertisements and through public and social media. So
You sound like Daisy, you're just getting freebies all the time.
Got to plug the sponsors. And also, I've heard you dabbled in some country girl sort of modelling. Is this true?
who shared this with you?
You'd never reveal your sources.
That's all over your Instagram, Ito.
That's true. No, that is correct. That is a correct statement. I did do a bit of modelling, but those days are far ended.
How do you feel about the end of the modelling career? I'm trying at the moment to get my foot in the door. Do you have any tips or?
Look, personally, I'm glad it's kind of finished. It wasn't working out for me, but look, Lil, I reckon you'd do alright. So I give it a shot. I might pass on the country girl modelling.
I am a country girl myself, so it probably makes sense.
Are you a bit flat that this is not a video, this is just a podcast?
No, I'm not flat about it. I'm kind of glad people can't see my emotions right now. Secretly, I am sad that I kind of got dropped for the whole country girl modelling.
But you're also blushing. You look very cute right now.
Thanks.
It's an emotional podcast here. Sarah, I've been told, these aren't my words, I've been told your dog Ruby resembles a loaf of bread. Is that true? I don't know what it looks like, but this is just what I've been told.
This is Ainsley Kemp that wrote in.
Our number one ticket holder, Ainsley Kemp.
Ainsley Kemp. I can confirm.
Never really.
If you think of a bread loaf on legs, that's my dog.
Might have to get a photo of that.
I think we should.
I've got a
If this
great
was an
photo.
audio sort of visualization, we would be seeing a pop-up of this dog right now. But
Yeah, I've actually
again,
got-
it's audio.
Yeah, I've got a picture of my dog and a picture of a bread loaf, so you let me know.
We'll hit you up later. And Ito,
Yes.
there's the modelling, there's the face of things, but there's also the Britney Spears talent.
I seriously can't believe that's still coming up in conversation.
Can you just give us a rundown as to why Sarah and I are both really laughing at any Britney Spears reference when it comes to you?
Alright, look, maybe in my first year on our pre-season camp, I may have done a Britney Spears dance to Hit Me Baby One More Time. I kind of think everyone thoroughly enjoyed it, so that's kind of why I think you're laughing right now.
Now, although this is a podcast, we do have cameras, so if you do want to get up and give us a little social snippet, feel free to do that.
I don't have my costume here, I can't.
Maybe later in the season.
It made me feel so uncomfortable.
Now, I've also heard you're a sleep talker. Maddie Gay says you two on interstate trips chat to each other at night. Is this true?
No, I agree with that, yes. I'll run you through it very quickly. We were in Brisbane, actually.
Lily is laughing.
I lost it. I lost it.
So Mads Gay and I got to share a room. Funnily enough, I've woken up to her sleep talking. Anyway, I've just, brushed it off. It's nothing. And then, believe it or not, she's woken up to me sleep talking. So I think we just have distant conversations throughout the night. So yeah, that was a bit of fun. Yeah.
This has been one of the strangest starts to our podcast. Hopefully people are still listening at this point.
No, I think we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot of.
Sarah, I've also heard you are learning to play Shallow from A Star Is Born on guitar. How's that going?
Ainsley Kim, she's sitting me up. I'm not learning, I've nailed it. The vocals are coming along.
Coming along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Working on it though.
An update potentially in the future. Send us a video.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe in the next podcast I might sing on.
I'm not sure you're coming back at this rate. But you're pretty into the music scene. I heard you self-proclaimed yourself Ziggy, a new nickname that tried to take off, named after Ziggy Alberts.
Yep.
How's that going? How's that new nickname going for you?
Look, it stuck momentarily when I didn't want it to stick, but I think this was a flyaway comment in about an 8-hour trip to Sydney in the car, and then Daisy brought it up in front of the group later on, and it stuck, and it comes up now and again, but yeah, I'm pretty keen to get rid of Ziggy.
And
I think we should kick it off.
yeah,
Ziggy?
we can try. And you're working for the Melbourne Football Club at the moment, so I probably could have asked you this over at the admin side of the office, but how are you enjoying your time with Melbourne?
I am enjoying it a lot. Get to see your face every day.
Oh.
Absolute bonus.
He paid me to say that. But otherwise it's going really well. Enjoying my time there. It's super convenient to get to footy, but then my team's really great, so it's been good so far.
It's something we haven't really touched on this podcast, but the balance of work and playing AFLW, is it, especially with these Friday night games at the moment, is it a bit of a challenge for all three of you?
I'll go first.
Treat yourself. Go first.
I'll go first. I think I've got really good bosses and a support network around me, so and they always say footy first. So yeah, Neil, Ben and George are pretty awesome with that concept of things. So from my perspective, I'm finding it just quite easy because I've got those people around me, but I don't know how you guys are
I must say, Edo's great with the plugs.
She loves a plug.
Get the boss's
Yeah,
names.
well
It's really-
done. Yeah.
Really solid so far. Good
But
start.
in
Saying the good books.
Edo is definitely staying in the good book. She's recently been awarded a few different awards. I can't quite remember. One is a Apprentice of the Year.
Correct.
Something. Tell us about that in your apprenticeship.
Yeah, it's just
a great achievement.
Sports Turf Apprentice of the Year, and pretty grateful to have that to my name. But I'm also in the running for the Per More Award, which basically, if you do win it, you go up on the Rotary Club board at the Holmes Glen Agricultural School. So that'd be awesome. Haven't heard back from them yet, so I probably haven't got it. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully they're listening to this podcast. Many talents, Edo. Now, we'll talk a little bit of footy, and I had the pleasure of sitting next to Lil the other night, which was a really interesting experience. I can only imagine what she's like on the field because she was pretty vocal off it. How did you enjoy that game?
Yeah. How did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
Is probably the wrong way to put that. It wasn't the most enjoyable game, which I'm sure the fans, I'm sure they didn't really enjoy watching it, and I'm sure you two didn't really enjoy playing in it. I definitely didn't like watching it, which Ben quickly learned when I stood next to him, paced up and down sort of the grandstand, jumped up and down a few times. There was a few
feedback to both players, umpires.
Yeah, lots of feedback. Were they G-rated sort of feedback? Not particularly.
Save it for Inside Melbourne Uncut.
Yeah, uncut. Yeah, that's a juicy sort of segment we got going there. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm glad you can still hear because there was very, very piercing sort of words coming out of my mouth.
It was rough. Now, 1 goal 8 we scored on Friday night. It was an unfortunate night at the office. How do we bounce back from that?
I think we just leave it behind us. So obviously we didn't play a great brand of footy on Friday night, and we knew that the Saints were going to drop players behind the ball, and we kind of didn't work around that, so it's kind of disappointing. But I think heading into this week, we just got to take it for what it is. We played that game, we played poorly, but what can we do next? So we've got a training session tonight, we've got Thursday, and then to prep for Friday. Just a big game.
And of course, we've been struck by injury again, which is pretty unfortunate. I feel like every week we are mentioning who's been injured. Maddie Gurin, ACL, the 4th one in 2 months. It's pretty disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely devastating, and Mads has sort of come so far in our footy journey, and it's just another one that we've been struck down by. I know that our high performance team are sort of just scratching their head going, sort of, why us? But our program hasn't changed too much, so how come it is becoming so prevalent in our list, which it's a scary thought, and Mads is, I guess, in the best hands possible to get through it, but it's a real shame for Mads. And I know, Lampy, you've been through something similar, but it's definitely not a fun injury, I'd imagine.
No, absolutely not, especially just because the recovery is so intrusive, and the rehab and the surgery, and because you're out for such a long time, it is such a taxing injury, so it's super disappointing to see a lot of girls go down in this couple of months. So yeah, Mads is in good spirits, but I'd really like to not see any more. Touch wood.
Yes.
Just like on that, like it'd be so easy to just step away and sort of let yourself go and not come back to the club for a bit. But the girls have been so, I guess, supportive of their own injuries, and they're coming back and they're already working towards like rehab. So it's good to have those sort of girls that keep coming back and are always around the group. So I think we're pretty lucky at the same time to have them there still.
All right, well, we'll move on to one of the most popular segments on the podcast. It's called Lil's Quiz, and it's usually in the back half of the show, but I thought bring it forward, give the fans what they want. Lil, do you
The fans absolutely love it. We're getting great feedback on this one, and I think you two are going to absolutely excel. So
This is what I'm here for.
This is what we got you here for.
the draw card?
So I'm going to read out some jumbled letters, and these letters do make up a teammate's name. I will note it is a surname. So I'm going to read out the letters. You've got to buzz in. So if you just want to test your buzzers will be your name.
Zig. That was
Zig?
Zig.
Yeah, and Eden, nice. Okay,
You're bringing it back.
question number 1. Oh, sorry, test number 1. The letters follow. T-S-O-T-C. I can repeat. T-S-O-T-C.
This could be a long episode.
Who plays for our team?
All right, I think we're going to have to move on.
Okay, next one.
Oh, boy.
No one? No one's got that? It's Scott.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, 0 points. Next one. S-N-O-N-M-O-E. There's 2 N's, an M, 2 O's, an S.
The day Lil's quiz died.
I'm really more of a visual
What is going
person.
on?
No, let's get a crickets audio.
Let's try
Who's got
this.
the crickets?
Oh, God.
E-M-O-N-S-O-N.
Emerson.
Nice, Edo. Well done.
Good job.
Okay, test number 3. Edo's on the board. Thank God.
Ah.
Here we go. B-H-C-I-R. Clue, it does start with B. B-H-C-I-R.
I really didn't think it'd be this hard.
This is like
Okay,
literally
ready?
like
Okay.
money out
B-I-R-C. Buzzing. Nah, Ziggy gets it. It's Birch.
I don't think I deserve to get
it's
that.
one all. I think I'm just gonna pick one more.
Gee whiz.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Jeez.
There is a couple more, but we're not going very well.
Good
This is what
insight,
Friday night
actually.
felt like.
Okay. Here we go. The last one. The decider.
Yep.
A-M-A-N-X-P.
That's not your name.
Ian.
Yeah, good.
Ian, nice, yes.
Axman.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Ian's on the board.
Who has an X in their name?
That wasn't the best little quiz we've had.
No, we've had better.
It is time to take a break. On
Gee
Inside Melbourne.
whiz.
I think
We'll
we
be
should
back
break on that note.
right after this.
Thanks to our co-principal partner and podcast sponsor, Zurich Insurance. For over 100 years, they've been insuring the people and things you truly love. And just like you, they truly love footy and they truly love the D's.
This is Inside Melbourne, here with Eden Zanker and Sarah Lampard. It's time for questions from the outer. Kick us off, Lil.
Yeah, let's hope this segment goes better than the last. Bernie wants to know, do either of you have any pre-game superstitions?
Popular question, that.
Yeah, no, like I said to Ben, I just have to listen to Gwen Stefani.
Oh, yes.
Like, that just sets
Not
me
Britney
up for my
Spears.
game. And then, but...
What Gwen song do you go to?
I go for What You Waiting For.
What you beating?
Not Hollaback Girl.
Nah, doesn't get me in the vibe, but I don't have any, like, particular socks or anything in
No.
my underwear that I wear, but that's probably, yeah.
Do you have any, Lampy?
Not consciously, but like round one, I had pasta the night before the game and watched the Taylor Swift documentary the day of. So then naturally, I was like, I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing again. But I didn't. But I was like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
if that worked one time, like surely that's me now. Like that's what I have to do every game to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. My hair's got to be straight. I can't play with curly hair anymore.
Yeah.
When my hair's curly, I'll go psycho.
Yeah.
Sarah, how long do your pre-season skills sessions take down in Geelong over the off-season from Maddie Guerin?
One time, me and Maddie Guerin went down to Geelong for a pre-preseason session. It ended up taking about over 2 hours, I think. Someone came and interrupted us halfway through, wanted to have a chat. 40 minutes later, we're still there chatting. Had to warm up again, keep going. It was a disaster.
Disappointing.
Yep.
Edo, Phoebe would like to know, who was your favourite player?
Ooh, my favourite player. Yeah, look.
It's a good question. Is that teammate? I think favourite.
Well, I think you could answer it in any way. Yeah.
Anyway,
And don't say Nick Garner.
It's her favourite friend.
sorry. Oh God, don't start, Sarah.
Sarah.
Favourite player. Look, I kind of look up a lot to Aaron Phillips. I'm sorry that it's no one in our team, and I'm sorry, Melbourne AFLW, but
They all listen too.
all right, yeah. I'm still gonna stick with Aaron.
Yeah, fair enough.
What about you, Sarah? Favourite player?
I'm going to stick with our team, and I'm going to say Tyler Hanks.
Oh,
Great
absolutely.
answer. Great
I've got
answer.
a second favourite. Growing up, big Leon Davis fan. Yeah.
Similar small forward sort of.
Yeah,
player.
yeah, maybe that's what attracts
Yeah.
me, but yeah, also a great player.
Yeah, Tyler is absolutely my favourite player, but she doesn't talk to me, so.
She doesn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, neither.
Disappointing.
I'm trying.
Bernie's got another one. Who was your toughest opponent?
What's that one that plays for Collingwood?
That one.
Livingston.
Yeah. Oh, she's hard to play against, I reckon.
We'll get ready. You got her again this
Oh,
weekend.
Yeah, unreal, eh? Yeah. Oh.
Eden's actually quite hard to play on. Just at training, Eden super quick, super strong, so that makes it very hard for a defender. But outside of our team, I played on Caitlin Ashmore a couple of times, and she's very quick at running back to goal. So
Loves a girl out the back.
Have to stay alert.
Loves one.
Love a goal out the back.
You got this covered.
Now, Elisa Day's got a question for Sarah. Will lime cordial feature in your top 10 of the decade? And Edo, do you know who lime cordial is? I'll be honest, when I was writing this question down, I originally thought she was talking about actual cordial.
Oh, no.
Like the Cotty
Great
Squad.
flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, Elise O'Day, they're an Australian punk rock band.
And yeah.
Potentially.
Lime cordial. Cordial? Cordial.
I would say Cordial.
Cordial.
Oh, there's the first mistake.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but they were my number one for this year with money in the hottest 100.
You got heaps of it. Cha-ching.
Yes.
Oh.
But I don't think they'll feature in my top 10 of the decade.
Big news there, at least.
Yeah, breaking news here from Inside Melbourne. Lampy, Stevie would like to know, are you going to bring back the long sleeves?
Stevie Bell.
I assume it's Stevie Bell.
Stevie Bell. Shout out to my sponsor, Stevie Bell.
Stevie Bell, great supporter of AFLW and the club.
I'll definitely whip them out in the VFL season. Big on a long sleeve for summer.
Alice Springs probably not.
Yeah, probably not over the summer. It just gets a bit sweaty.
I don't understand how girls do that. I think they claim that it's for sun protection, but is it just to be different?
Uncomfortable.
I can't
mind.
figure out.
Yeah.
Looks.
It's for surely.
I mean, you look like 20% better in a long sleeve.
It's very true.
That's what gets me over the line.
Possibly get some votes.
Yeah, that's why I run with one.
My friends
Long sleeves, Lampy.
Oh,
My friends tried to convince me I should wear a helmet just to be like the female version of Caleb Daniel. You know, the small little in and under, great marketing tool. You could do some things with him, but
My whole modelling career.
modeling, yeah, great. Eden, do you think that's a good idea? Great.
just a point of difference.
You can all wear helmets. Now, this is a good question. Claire asked, can you win the grand final this year? Now, people always shy away from these sort of questions, but like, we play to win a grand final, so
Yes.
the answer would be yes.
Yeah, well, statistically we can. So the answer is yes.
Fantastic, that's all we need.
But I don't talk just in statistics. My heart says we can win it. What do you think, Eden? What does your heart say?
I'd love to listen to your comment first, actually. Like, I feel like you've got something that's brewing that you want me to do.
Well, I don't. But if you do want me to say something, I guess I'll have to make something up because you've really put me on the spot here. But I'm almost went to straight bat it there. How am I going to not straight bat this? Statistically, yes, we can. No, I think we definitely have a talented enough group that if we perform week in, week out, and sort of make the most of every opportunity, then we've got a group that can achieve ultimate success. But it's going to take some hard work, I would have thought.
Absolutely agree. But at the end of the day, that's what we're striving towards. But yeah, like you said, we'll just take it game by game. And
Here we go, cliches.
Cliches, yeah.
Just 1 week at a time.
Someone's got to do it.
1 week at a time. We're in Conference B. It's quite tight at the moment. 4th on the ladder with 2 wins. Playing another team from Conference B this weekend. Big game against Collingwood.
Huge game, I reckon, yeah. And obviously all money supported is going to good causes, but yeah, massive game. And I'm excited, assuming I get into the team, of course, but
Should be right. Don't be very many. Get through training and...
I don't know if you're more excited for the game of this podcast because you were so well rehearsed. You're dropping the charity calls, you're dropping this, you're dropping that. How much have you prepared for this?
She's got all those sponsors written on
No, personally I'm excited for the game. It's going to be a strong one, like you said, both in Conference B, and we're both coming off losses, so we're looking to have scrape another win, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it should be a tough contest. They've got a really strong midfield with some big names in there. And we had a pretty tough game against them in the practice match as well. Like, we won that, but I think it was a lot tougher than the scoreboard looked. So it should be a good game.
Absolutely.
And playing at Marvel Stadium, as you touched on, it's a precursor to the bushfire game. It's pretty good playing a big stage.
Yeah, it's nice to have no wind, no rain for starters. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should get a good crowd there because a lot of people will be supporting that cause, obviously. Yeah, it'd be good to be playing in front of a crowd and hopefully we can put on a good show for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it will be good. And as you mentioned, Collingwood are a great side. Do you think we'll sort of tighten up on someone like a Jamie Lambert, or who else do you think we'll need to sort of keep under wraps to get the chocolates?
Yeah, I think they've got a couple of key players there. They've always got Bree Davey that came across. Lambert's a jet. Also
Playing
Malloy
so
as
well.
well.
Yeah. Come back from a bit of an ankle injury.
Yeah, but she's been flying.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to wrap this podcast up, but Eden, I'm going to give you the chance to close it off, seeing you've kind of been host. All I need you to do is mention Zurich and just close it off. So if you want to say goodbye to the guests, take it away.
It's good having you, Lampy. We got a little that's great.
More stuff that won't be seen.
That was a high five that occurred there.
You could hear it.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Eden. Thanks for having us.
And thanks to Zurich for holding us.